It's Sally Acid here with August Manga Haul, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, it started off kind of rough thanks to Amazon, but luckily I was able to get a replacement for it, and it's all good now. So let's get in with Amazon purchases first, and go from there. So as you saw, for Amazon, I got One Punch Man Volume 26. I also picked up Ouran High School Host Club Volume 17 and Hellsing Volume 8, all in the same purchase. Normally, if we're going to go normal prices for these, One Punch Man is $11.99. Ouran High School Host Club is $11.99. They raised the price recently from $9.99 to $11.99. And we have Hellsing Volume 8. This is standard at $14.99. So the total, all three of these with tax, would have cost me $41.31. I forgot to take a picture of my purchase at the time, so I had to rely on my statements. But based on that, for all three books, I spent $29 for it, using $2.90 in cash back to kind of round it down to that amount. So from the $41.31 to $29, that's a savings of $12.31 across the board, which is a nice amount because that's basically, I can buy a whole nother book with that amount saved. So that was a good purchase overall. This month I was able to actually go to a Barnes & Noble store and pick up some more expensive books that I like to see in person and inspect before I buy them, just because I'm spending so much more on them. I want to make sure I get a good version and that there's no damage to it, nothing's ripped, nothing's bent up like you saw with One Punch Man, just to make sure that I'm making a good investment. So I got volumes 4 and volume 5 of The Dangerous Convenience Store. So now I am caught up with the series of what's come out so far. Volume 6 will be out by the end of the year, at which point I'll have the full collection and I'll be done collecting the series. But each book is $21.99 normal price, for a total of $46.62 when you do the tax. But stroke of luck, when I went to Barnes & Noble, it was buy one get one half off for all their manga and graphic novels. So one of them was $10.99, which brought my total to $34.96, with a total savings of $11.66 for the two books. So, which is great, because these are way overpriced just because they're like colored on the inside. But I'm happy to support an author, the webcomic author, and just in this case, I don't mind it that much. So bringing out my little notebook where I'm keeping track of everything. For August, I got 5 new books. In total, for the Barnes & Noble and the Amazon, I spent $63.96. In total, if I had spent full price, it would have been $87.93. which works out to savings across the board of $23.97. This brings my collection up to 496 volumes and takes away all 5 books for part of my 2025 goals, so scratch them off the board, which is great. Keeping up on track with the last third of the year coming up to basically reach my goal for the year, and that way next year I'll just start a whole new list. But happy collecting to all of you out there, and I'll see you soon. Bye!